We taking as long as we need to with this one. We gonna take our time. All right.
Yo, I just saw a meme and it goes like, um, it goes, uh, take from his plate to establish dominance, leave, and then it goes, leave her with the bill to establish consequence.
Oh God.
Like,
Yeah,
I hate
that's
the
it.
internet. I hate it with a passion.
That's it.
I hate it with a passion. Oh God, yo, what's up, y'all? This is Life Rants,
Hmm.
episode 31.
Right.
How y'all doing? This is Antonio. That's Aaron, who is
I'm
currently
day drinking,
sipping
guys.
on
It's gonna
some
be fun.
drink.
It's gonna be a fun day.
It, uh, it's just wow. This is where
Right.
we are
It's
in
been
life. We're day drinking. It has been a
mm,
nice couple weeks, man. A nice couple weeks. Yeah, man.
mm-hmm.
Some stuff happened. My free
Right,
time got
right,
filled up, and it's been nice,
right. Enjoying that
nice,
downtime.
peaceful, quiet. Ma- it- A
Mm.
lot more than I expected. A lot more than I expected. And like even now, like I'm
Oh
gonna
yeah.
just sit at home for a while
Right.
and just take a nice break. Mrs. say, hey, if you do this, we'll make this work, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, cool. So and then I might do some stuff. I might try to go back to school, man.
I've been
Just kind
honestly
of
thinking
take
about doing
advantage of
that
my
as well.
downtime.
I'm yeah going to school and
The
just
school
like
thing, yeah,
seeing what's
man.
out there, because it's like, you know what? Even though I was like, yeah, I'm getting I'm in my 30s, but it ain't never too late to develop yourself.
You know what it is, man? I've been doing like
Hmm.
retail almost my whole life, and then like the last 10 years, I've been doing like
Hmm.
hotel driving stuff, right? And like
Yeah,
I need a
I
degree.
feel that.
You know what I'm saying? I just, I just, even during the pandemic, like I sat at home for about a year,
Hmm.
but I was by myself about a year,
Hmm.
and the missus kept working, but I was like, like freaking the hell out. And no, I had my dogs, I had toys, I had comics, but it's just like it can only get
Right,
you so far. Thankfully, now I've been home, and she's been amazingly wonderful to talk to, and
right,
it's been like super nice, super nice. But at the same time, you just kind of go, well,
right,
shoot,
right,
now
right,
what?
right.
So, yeah, man. So I think I'm gonna finally make the leap to go to school and just
Yeah. Oh yeah.
enjoy life a little more. Which also means if I'm doing this, I definitely
Hmm.
cut down on toy purchases and on comic
Hmm.
purchases, which is fine. We have
All right, all
internet
right.
sites that I can
Look,
read comic books on. So um
right.
yeah,
Y'all don't follow
I'm
us.
just
We don't
I'm in this
agree with piracy. Do as we say, not as we do.
mm, yeah, 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 yeah.
But
Listen. Not everybody has
that part,
15, $20 to go to the
look,
movie theater. I mean, unfortunate I do, but the reality is, I want to see Across the Spider Verse again. I'm like, man,
I'm about
nah.
to
Let
say
me
I
hit up this
definitely
internet site
know
real
an
quick.
app that can be used because I was definitely watching that as I was getting ready earlier today, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna. Mhm.
But then but they got one on iTunes, and I go, how'd I get it past
Somebody
Apple?
told me about
There's
that
no
actually. I
way.
was like,
How'd you guys
what?
get someone like
What?
how'd you guys get it past Apple? There's no way that you guys got it past
That's
Apple.
it.
And sure enough, we got a bootleg spot for
Oh.
Apple. So I'm like, you know what? Um, whew, well,
That's
I'm
it.
gonna just take this and then simple. But I haven't finished the movie. I haven't
You
finished the movie either. I got to the part where
okay?
Gwen is
So
in
you
Brooklyn.
but you watched the first time, but you watched it fully.
And
Okay, 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 okay,
of
okay.
course, yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
earlier
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I got to the part where they got to the chase, to the spider chase, and that's literally. And
Oh
look, as I was getting ready,
yeah,
I was
it's
literally
so
watching
good.
it. It's
So,
like, oh yeah, he's about to get stitched into the other universe.
oh, you know what? I didn't think about that. I gotta put it on my app,
Yeah.
on my
Right before they
iPad.
realize they're
I'm so
mistaken.
mad at myself.
Hurry, you better hurry up. You better hurry up.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No, but then you know what, man? So my girl, every time we go to
Mm-hmm.
Target, we find like this little trinket, right? So she got the last time we went, we got this little phone holder. It's like a old.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like an old
Oh, I
school
like that.
TV, and you can put your iPhone in. So she got a purple one. I just got me a black one. I just been watching stuff like, oh, this
This is
is
cute.
nice. Just sitting back, just chilling. This is nice. I'm just, you know. But yeah, man, 2 weeks off.
Good.
It's been
Good.
nice. It's been nice. It's been fucking nice. Let me tell you. I've been my blood pressure's down. I have nobody like the side eye at the job.
For
I'm
sure.
just chilling. I'm just chilling. It's been nice. I've been doing my little ABCs, my little Spider Man pictures and stuff. I'm enjoying myself. It's and then I guess I have to announce it now. Philly,
Hey.
I'll see you in a week or in 2 weeks. Yeah, Missus got some stuff to go on, and I'm gonna go.
Okay.
I'm gonna go check
Okay.
out a
That's
toy
what's
store
up.
too. Yeah, man. I'm just like, yeah, gonna go
Right.
get on a
Right.
plane and just go chill. Mm. So, I guess we're not gonna bury the lead.
Oof.
So we
Yeah.
tried to do a
Let's
live
talk
show.
about it.
We
What
we
we
tried.
tried so
We
hard for
tried.
y'all. I just want y'all to know
Here's the
that.
thing. Here's the thing. I'm gonna say this now.
Okay.
Give us time.
Right.
We'll do it again. We'll do it again. I was just mad that it didn't work. I'm glad that
Yeah,
and no one
yeah,
really
it was
showed
like yeah,
either.
it was some people, but like some people in the live were like, oh, they came over and then it was like they saw you we were struggling. I was like, okay, you know what? That's what's up. I'm glad y'all at least came to show love a little bit for the seconds y'all came. That's okay.
Yeah.
Right.
You know who you are. My
Yep.
wife, of course, I know she's gonna support me. They ain't even a Christian, but everybody else
We
that
appreciate
came,
that.
that kind of showed us love and told us our audio was screwed up and we couldn't. It looked like I was
Thank
talking
you. Right.
crazy.
We
Thank you for
appreciate you
coming.
so sincerely.
Thank
Cause
you for thank you for coming.
cause
We're gonna get it right. We're gonna do it better. We're
I was
probably gonna
just
do it on
about to say
YouTube the
that
next
because I'm
time
about to
we
say the
try this
way Twitch had my
craziness.
blood pressure all the way up on last week, I was like, okay, yeah, we just going and I got the confirmation to go live on YouTube too, so we good. We go.
Okay, so yeah,
I feel like we should.
one night we'll do a test run.
I
Probably
was
next. You
just
know what?
get
We
out
should
of
try
my
it next week.
head. That is so
We'll try
Raven.
it
I
next.
was just thinking that.
Stop. See. Oh my God, that's so Raven.
Wait,
No,
right,
no, no.
right
We
here.
here.
Look,
We
simpatico.
here.
Because God,
We here.
yeah.
We here. S-
Hmm.
Just yeah, man. We here. So we're gonna try again, but we're not gonna really announce it. We're
Okay,
just gonna test it.
okay, I'm down for that.
That's what I'm thinking. We'll just play with it for about 20 minutes. Just play for about 20 minutes
Right, we should
and just
probably do
see
that
how
after
it
this live,
works.
just to check, just to try it out. Right. Well, just for
I mean, we
just for a
can.
little
Yeah, we
5 minutes or
could do
something
that.
like
We
that.
could
See
do
if it
that.
working. Then work it out from there.
Just
Cause what?
well, we could make it work. We can make it work. But yes. But guys, it's been a long time since we had. What was the last thing we talked about?
Yeah, that
Have
was
we
the
talked
last thing
about
we
the
talked
Flash
about. That
finale?
was
We
literally
did.
the last thing to talk about.
We
Mm-hmm.
did, and we talked about Guardians. So
Get into it.
today,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
today, a-
Yep.
across the Spider Verse, hands down, is probably one of the best animated movies.
I'll
Period.
contest to that. Yeah, I think it is too. Yeah, that movie is.
I think
Mm-hmm.
when the trilogy is over, I think it's going to be one of the best
I
animated
can definitely see
trilogies.
that
Period.
because this movie like I didn't think like because usually it takes a lot for a sequel to be better or as good as the first one, but this one met and understood the assignment with like in every single word, like in every single way, the from the animation to the storyline to just like like the more rounded out of the characters. Like we didn't even get the most of, like, we only
Hmm.
got a little bit of who Gwen was, but we finally get like a little bit more in this movie. And like the way I still like they add on to what they didn't have in the other movie. And like, Jesus, I didn't think it could be better. Like the graphics were better, like the animation, the gestures in which they made them. Like, y'all, we gonna get into it because it's so good.
Yo, so what warms my heart? We're
Mhm.
watching the movie. I'm watching it with Karen, and I'm recognizing things from my childhood.
Yes.
Dog, dog. This whole movie is set in Williamsburg, in Bed-Stuy, parts of Bushwick, eh, 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 Fulton Avenue. I just the scene where he's like picking up a beef patty made me cry. Do you know how long it's been since I had a beef patty? I hate living here sometimes. It's like, do you know how long it's been since I had a beef patty? A Jamaican beef
Right.
patty?
I
Oh
was
my
like,
god.
oh, this. I was like, this is some
Fam.
real New York shit, and I was like, I love this,
Fam.
fam.
This is fam. Fa- Fam. Do you don't like a beef patty? Oh, it's been so long. No, I'm on a diet now, but I can if I went back
Mm,
home, like let's say I went back home
right.
tomorrow, I can have a beef patty. I just can't eat it
Right.
all, and that's fine. But it's so delicious. Like I can taste it. I can taste the beef patty. Huh. But but yeah, man. Most of this is just like I'm like so the scene where Miles and Gwen are in the
Mm,
building, on top of the building, like hanging upside down. That's a
okay.
building in Williamsburg. And the train station they're
Hmm.
swinging through, that's the J line. It just it makes me so happy. It just gives me no end of
Oh,
joy. Just
you know better.
just. But
Right.
the movie itself, go
For
see this
Dios.
movie. Oh, I guess I should say this now. If you have not seen this movie, two things. What what is wrong with you? Go see this movie. Go see this movie. And like he said, say it again. We're spoiling the movie.
Shout
We
out
are
to Hollywood
spoiling this
Video
movie.
Block. Oh,
We
this
are spoiling this
the
movie.
throwback. Okay,
Fair
okay,
warning.
okay.
If you're listening to us, you know you should have seen this movie already. And if you did not
Not
see the movie,
the
then
the
we
point
have
of
rights to break your
gentrification.
ankles. You know what I'm saying? It's not a
Hmm.
great look for you.
Not a bitch.
It's not a great look for you. We break ankles, I break kneecaps. That's how this works for me. That's
Hmm.
how I feel. This is just to see, man, to see
Mm.
Brooklyn again like that.
Now
Because
wifey becoming part of the
I
problem.
can tell you this much: Brooklyn's not like that now. It's
No, it's
not,
cute.
dude. It makes me so sad.
It's
Like
fine. Just get a just get a
every
coffee.
time I go back home, I find myself getting a little more angry than the last time I went. Like perfect example of this. There's an old video store that I used to get. This is how old I am. I used to rent
Right.
VH tapes, y'all. And nah, this is before they existed. Had a neighborhood.
Okay.
Yeah,
Before we get in,
yeah.
I
This is
was gonna do a
before
little news for the
those
kids because
things
I see
existed.
that
But
they
yeah,
did the
I rent my
actual release
tapes
dates
from
for
that spot.
the new movies that's coming out.
It's a
For
coffee shop today.
I'm what's it called?
It's a
Ooh,
coffee shop and bagel shop.
a
Here's the
Deadpool. Like it
problem.
got pushed up.
Here's the problem.
So yeah,
Legitimately, it's
that's
good.
one of the things.
It's like I'm I I remember driving through and I'm
Oh,
cussing the
okay,
video,
yes. I
cussing
believe so
the
actually.
video place out in my head like you mother, you dirty horse, you
Right, but a
jackasses.
lot of things
My
have been
wife
pushed
being
back
the
too, so
supervillain that she is.
it's a bit of a catch
Like
too. So we don't know where
I
they're at
kind of want a white
exactly with
chocolate
it.
mocha.
So I'm like, oh, like, what do we go for?
Really?
Also, I'm ready. Y'all need to hurry
Really?
up.
Really? From there? Yeah, it looks good. Like, did you not hear my inner monologue? Yes, yeah, but I'm kind of in the mood for coffee. Go
Hmm.
get me a coffee. And I'm just like,
No, big facts. Yeah, I
Okay,
believe
so
that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yo,
You're right
no,
about that.
don't make me go. Fine. Let me get a bagel. Let me get a rainbow bagel and a white chocolate mocha.
Yeah.
Will you sit outside for a while? That's not the point. That's not the point. Just let me get these things
Hmm.
and just. But yes, so
Hmm. Like,
let's do
honestly,
this.
that
Let's
movie, I liked it. I
do
loved it. Honestly, I just
first
felt like
thoughts of
it
the movie.
was they were
You
just trying
first.
to open it up for like I feel like that was a movie to open us up for the regular for the rest of the universe.
Okay. So everything got pushed
Yeah,
back, right?
I'm ready for that. Like, look, I'm first like comic arcs that I read most not going to be the same, and I need a lot of people to also remember that as well. It's not going to be the same thing as we watch. Like, you can't
So
go
there,
into these things
okay.
like
So
it's going to be
we
the
gotta tell
same thing
people.
that you watched
So
before or
is
that
the
you
writing
read.
strike still
Of
going
course,
on?
they're going to take of their liberties because it's the Marvel Cinematic
No, not,
Universe.
I
It is
said
not
lightning strike. The
616, y'all.
writer
I'm so
strike.
sorry, but I need y'all to understand that. Go ahead.
Yeah. So if it got pushed up, that means that they're far along to get pushed up. Mhm.
Yeah.
No, no. Here's the problem.
Right, exactly. It's gonna
You
be. I'm ready
remember
for that.
how
So I'm so ready
Guardians
for that
was
because I feel like they're
amazing,
gonna
right?
go like probably like
Take your
the secret,
time,
the Agents of Shield
do it
route,
right
and
the
just
first
like
time.
use like obscure characters that they do put any like heroes in it, and I'm
Take your
okay
time.
with that. Like,
I
I love when
think
they
that's
give
why
obscure
I'm
characters. That's how. I
like I
mean, let's be
like
honest.
Ant
That's
I like
how Arrowverse made
Quantumania.
its whole bread and
I
butter
think they
by
were
putting them
rushed. I
obscure characters
really
that not
truly
everybody
think it
talks
was
about a lot
rushed.
in the
It
main
didn't
front.
feel
And
it
like the
felt
fact that Green
like
Arrow
they
was their
wanted
first
to
star,
add
like
more and they
I
didn't
kind of
have
always
time.
love that idea. But
Like,
yeah, let's get into these dates right here. So they confirmed that Captain America: A Brave New World will be coming out on July 26, 2024.
mhm.
Thunderbolts is coming out instead of
So yeah.
July
I
26th.
mean
Is going to be
Secret
coming
Invasion
out
starts in a
on
couple weeks. I
what's
think
up?
that's going to be amazing.
Who? I have not seen it. Mm-mm, not at all.
You can't. Okay, yeah. I'm glad you brought that up.
Uh, I'll look at it. I'll look at it after this because yeah, y'all, I know y'all like my reactions. Yeah, 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 yeah. So Thunderbolts is coming out on December 20th,
If you're
2024.
expecting the Avengers
Blade
showing
is
up, not
coming out
happening. If
on
you're
February
expecting
14th, 2024.
like
Okay, Black History Month. All
characters you
right.
love
Oh,
from Secret
damn, it
Invasion
was supposed to
saving
come
the
out in
day, I
September
can guarantee
2024
you
though. It's
it's not
okay. I can
happening.
wait for that.
What
Yeah,
made me sold
I can
on
wait for that.
this is the
All
fact
right.
that they're going
All
the
right,
Winter
I might.
Soldier route.
They. I almost
Get
wanted
the
to watch the
spy
original one because
political intrigue that's
uh,
going. So
Deadpool is coming out
get ready
instead
because
of
Nick
this one is
Fury's
actually
gonna
earlier.
he's
So
gonna
instead
go
of
start shooting
November
stuff.
8th, 2024, it's coming out on May 3rd. So that's going to be something to look forward to. And also, Fantastic Four is coming out instead of February. Is going to be coming out on May 2nd, 2025. So the next one was, of course, going to be the Avengers, the Kang Dynasty, which instead of they pushed it back literally a year. Instead of the May 2nd on 2025, it's going to come out in 2026 on the first. And the last one is going to be the Avengers Secret Wars in May 7th, 2027. Mm-hmm. Oh, nobody asked for it, but I feel like it's I
Side note:
mean,
what you think of his new
kind of, but
costume?
I feel like it's also going to be low key good, and that's why I'm going to be
Captain
annoyed because
America.
I'm like, because every time I say that, I was like, "Who asked
Oh
for
boy.
this? Why did you do
At
this?"
all? You haven't
It
seen
ends
the
up being
dark
better than I thought it
Groot
was.
costume at all? Okay, carry on. I won't spoil it for you. You'll find it eventually, and you'll be like, "What the blood?
Mm,
What the blood clot?" Go ahead. Hmm. Matter of fact, while you're
hmm.
doing it, I'll just send it to you. Go ahead. Go, go, go. Carry on, carry on.
I don't know. Isn't it just going? Oh wait, oh wait. because the Thunder, it's not going to be all villains in it. It's not going to be
I'll
villains in it,
take
is
it.
it?
I'll take it as long as it's good.
Yeah,
As
that's
long
what.
as it's good, I'll take it.
Yeah, that's weird. Because it was supposed. That's basically the Marvel Suicide Squad. So like, I need y'all to like come correctly with that. Like, don't just give him that name. Hmm? Yeah. Oh no, I'm not talking about the movie. I'm talking about the actual comic. Like that. That's what it's supposed to be at its heart, basically. Mm. Oh yeah. Mm-mm.
I gotta ask: is anybody asking for a Thunderbolts movie?
No, you good. So yeah,
It's
that's
just
gonna
like I
be
feel like it's
that's gonna be something
unnecessary.
to look for. I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it. I wish y'all could have called it something else. Like even if y'all just did West Coast Avengers, okay, cool. But like don't just like give us that. Don't give us the name
It's
of
like you know what it is.
Thunderbolts when it's literally no
You know what it
like
is.
real villain. Like
I've
all of them.
read that
If
comic
anything, there
book
are some reform villains
live
in there,
every
but
30
they're not
days,
any like
and it was the
actual
villain. It
villains
was
in
the
it right now.
like
So
at the
like
end of the
yeah,
issue. Spoilers
don't
for
put
like I
respect on
think a
their name
30-year old
for real.
issue. It was the villains. It was you saw the end
Yeah.
reveal that it was the villains. I feel like this movie
Oh,
could
the new one.
be another name.
Oh, the
I don't
old
think it
ones.
should
Oh,
be
the throwbacks.
Thunderbolts.
Okay.
The MCU has not earned that.
Hmm.
I don't know what you call it.
Right. Right.
No,
Oof.
no.
My.
When Bucky's in it, yeah. So like already, it's kind of like I don't know, fam. Not feeling this at all.
Ooh.
Oh, that you see. Can I stop you there? Don't even call it that either.
Right.
It's just a bunch of super soldiers that's about to get shot.
Right. Oof. Oh yes. So X Men Hellfire Gala is coming out
You know what it
in
is? I tell people not to
July
say that is
26th. I
because
thought it said June. I
somehow
got
Marvel's gonna try
so
it
exact.
one
Is
day.
it? Is it?
Marvel's gonna try to be like, oh hey,
we
DC's making
right.
this
We are
off
very profane here, people.
Suicide Squad. Can we try that?
But
Oh yeah, let's call them Super Soldier Squad or something. Like, no, don't do this. Don't do this. No, no, no.
yeah,
Don't
I'm
do this.
not gonna
I'm
hold
sorry.
you.
Continue.
I'm a little bit behind as well, so I need to catch up on a lot of my stuff. I told myself I was going to just sit down and read it. I'm not that far behind, but like for me, I'm far behind, and I don't like how the way it's sitting in my spirit, sitting in my spirit. But they usually like would come out by now, but like this striking with like there's also a paper shortage as well. So like that's been going on for a couple years ever since the pandemic. Yeah, apparently I did not know that as well. Exactly, and yeah, and that's
And go
also
read the
yeah.
book.
And
Go
that's
read
why
the
we haven't
Thunderbolts
been
book.
getting as many comics, or when you go to
Kurt
your comic
Busiek
shops,
and
they don't
Mark
have as
Bagley.
many as
Go read that
they
book.
usually do.
You will not be disappointed. No, the old one.
Pre-order.
The old one.
That's
Go
it.
read that book. I
That's it.
promise you. And I'm not the only one in this minority. People,
Mm-hmm.
it's like, why are we doing this?
Closed mouth do
Why?
not get fed.
Why are we doing this? We're on the heat. We're on the
Right.
eve of the
Right.
Flash, and I have to decide if I want to ask my wife to go see this movie or not. And I don't know.
What?
I'm it's at this point, but I'm hearing mixed views
Cough,
too.
cough.
So
Yeah, yeah,
I kind of go, do I
yeah.
go see this? Do I go pay the 10,
Look,
20
the way
bucks
I'm
to
ready
go
for
see
that
this, have
because
a date night
yeah
with my
they
missus?
because they keep
Or do we
telling us it's
just
going to be the fall of X, and I'm
say,
ready to see what
nah,
the
fam?
fall is going to pertain to. And oh, they're finally bringing the Black Panther. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. Make sure y'all pre-order it.
Language, sir. Language
Right.
is it's a children's show.
Right. I'm a support for the culture. For the culture.
Fuck no, it ain't a children's show. I just had to say it.
Right. Right.
Get people caught up real quick because
Right.
I am I haven't read it in a minute.
Right. Like, yeah. Right. Like, yeah, I have trust in Eve because I was like, yeah, she do some pretty good work, your voice. So I'm hoping like, she does her thing on that.
Yeah.
And Like the only last bit of Marvel news right here is Loki is coming out in October 6th. So y'all be ready for that. As well as Echo is coming out November 29th. That is still too long for me, but I'ma still watch the hell out of it. So that's
Seriously?
okay. Nah, I do. That's for me.
Which is
I did
why
love. I
we
low key
say
loved Echo. I ain't
pre-order
even gonna
your
hold you.
book,
I've always liked her
pre-order
since the
your
comics.
books. Listen, like just for that reason, I totally
I
forgot
stand
that was
by
the
it. Yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah,
Pre-order your books. Look, I ordered
yeah, yeah.
digitally. I'm only reading Avengers and Spider-Man. That's it.
You
That's it.
can.
I don't got enough, especially now. I don't have enough money to be buying all the books in the world.
No,
So, the
people
legal
low key
paper
loved her
goes
though, for
where
real,
I'm
for
gonna
real.
go.
So it's not for
Oh,
him.
fuck.
Hmm. Wait, it did. Of
It's out
course.
this week.
Yeah, I ain't
I,
surprised.
I'm gonna. I say
I know it's
this.
only me
Like,
and my.
try the first. I'll
I know
give
it's
you
only
a.
me and my
I'll
soul
give
who was watching that,
you
and that's
an
okay.
arc. You don't. If you don't ring me in on this arc, this first arc, no, I'm sorry. No, I don't got money to be spending if you don't come out the
Hmm.
gate swinging. Straight up, that's how I feel. If you don't come out this gate swinging in a Black Panther comic book, then no. Then no, you do not get
Hmm.
my shillings. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Oh, you got to support for the cause? No, fuck that. The book sucks. Then I'm not spending the money. Sorry. Listen, I trust e viewing, but you got to come out
Hmm.
swinging. Like for real.
I I can see that. He could honestly play him. Honestly, he could actually play a really good Spider-Man. Now that I think
Again,
about that, and I hate that you
do we
said
need this
that
show?
because I see his lanky ass in that Spider-Man costume. And that's crazy. Yeah,
Again, do we
he
really need this show?
fuck. He would be an amazing Peter Parker. I hate
I
that.
just you could do any other
I
character. You
really
could
hate that you told me
establish
that.
Luke Cage,
But
Jessica
yeah, I don't
Jones.
know. I always I don't know.
You
I always
why? Just why?
admired a
No one.
side character
There's
being
no one
put in
that
because
said
you don't
on the
really get that
Hawkeye
many
show, "Yo,
because
let's
they
do an
they usually
Echo
just save them
show."
for the main characters for the movies.
Why?
But like I do believe that there are people who should benefit. There are certain characters who should
Like
benefit
I
from
just
getting that treatment. Like
why?
the way like the Echo show, I'm ready for it because I low key loved
listen.
Echo and I
I'm
always
gonna
like
watch it,
deep cut
but
characters.
I feel
But
like
like
okay.
I'm like it
Since we're
depends
here,
on who they
there's
can
been
put
quite a
out
few
more
shows
characters that people
announced,
don't know about, and that kind of just shows
or
the
on
stay
the air
power
that
of
got
who they
canceled
are, kind of
this
in a
week.
way. Because like
Gotham
going
Knights.
back to Arrowverse, like nobody
um,
who asked
yeah,
for a Green
it
Arrow
got
show.
canceled.
All right,
It
like
got canceled.
who
Which
wanted
I'll
this?
touch that in a second.
Like and that was the next
But
month, and that was the next person you thought
just
to
like
pick. No, I
if you're
just
gonna do a
refuse.
show, right?
It
Do it
worked.
on
No, it
your
worked
most
perfectly. It
popular
worked
characters.
perfectly.
Now I know budgets. I know that's a thing, but I feel like personally, Spider-Man
Mm-hmm.
could benefit from a 10 or maybe a
Right.
10 or a 13 episode
Mm-hmm.
season every year. Take the time. I say yeah, I say every year. Yeah, I say every year. Do Peter Parker in school. Like, I mean, you got the setup after No Way Home. Put him in
Like
school
yeah,
or
and
put him
that's
in
the one thing I'm
college,
like
and then just
I was
start
like
from
nobody
there.
asked for it, but then when you watch it you
Let him
instantly like
reestablish
okay
his
I get it,
identity.
like I love this, and like yeah
You can
it's
get
of course like it's a Batman
if
vibe all the way through and through, like
if you don't want to
like
get
that's literally,
what's
but
his
when
name,
you think of it
Tom
as that's
Holland.
kind of they're kind
There's
of
a
very
retired
similar
Flash
in
who
a
just
lot of
finished
ways,
up, and then
but it is like as long as like it's the
he's
stay power of
expressed
who they are, like
interest on
as long as
playing
you can do a
Spider
obscure
Man.
character and make sure it works, like the Moon Girl
I'm
show and
telling
Moon Girl
you,
and Devil Dinosaur, love that little show.
suffer in silence.
Yeah,
Listen,
but
because
still,
the
even for
Spider
us
Man
though,
suit is
like
CGI anyway, right? So you
And it
could do it.
also gives them
Attend.
chances to try new things with those
I'm
stories though,
telling you.
as well, because
I'm
a
telling
lot of
you.
people, you can't change
Put
their
a
main
pin on that for
characters
now.
and like do stories about them without there being
Suffer
a
in silence.
whole fucking uproar in the streets that you change this one thing about this character. And that's where they come into the thing, and that's why I love that there's everybody starting to like put out more multiversal stuff, like that part. Yeah, go ahead. Mm-hmm. Wanted to like, you right. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Well, that's an easy answer. Ain't nobody trying to do Batman on TV. But it totally here. I'll make it works. But you know damn well
Oh,
WB is
what?
like, listen, listen, we like our money in Batman and movies. Like we could do just
Mm-hmm.
Batman all day in movies. Oh,
This is the
TV you
reason
said.
why they don't use
TV
main
you
characters,
said.
y'all.
No. No. Get this out of my face. No, no. Oh, Mark Guggenheim? Mark Guggenheim, you want to do Batman on TV? No, use Green Arrow. Use go 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 go. Goodbye.
But they did to keep the origin. It was just that she was there. Like that was the only change. That was the only change to it. Like, and like when you see the show, like it literally ties into like the story of it. Like honestly, like it wasn't a big change, and like this is why they don't do main characters right here, sir. Because they don't want this
Which
uproar.
I
Because
haven't watched.
I
See,
understand because
that's okay.
Gotham Knights,
That's for
yeah, that's why
kids.
a lot of people are not watching Gotham Knights
That's for
because
kids.
it is
And it
not
works.
because I was like,
Yeah,
oh, y'all
fair.
want to give him
That's for
another
kids.
son?
That could work. Hmm.
Yeah, you petty.
Okay. I remember I wanted to like Gotham. I wanted to like Gotham. I
Sir,
like the
you
cast.
just explain why they don't do
Let me
why they don't
finish.
do the main
I
characters. That
like the
question, you just answer your own
I like the
question.
cast. I like everything going in. I'm sitting watching the show. The first, when they kill
Yeah,
Bruce's
that I agree with that.
parents,
No, no,
pearls
no,
in the
you definitely
ground,
not.
yada yada. I'm watching this and I go, why in the blue hell's Catwoman there? Why is Catwoman watching Bruce's parents get killed? Immediately, I stopped watching the show after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm tired. Dog, that's how petty I am. If you're going to do a Batman show, yes, you have to kill the parents. But don't. Shit, face. Don't,
Yeah, I
don't
mean, she
change the
basically is
origin.
Oracle. Let's be real. Like
Stick with the origin, and you can
she
play with
fell
everything
for
else.
him.
Catwoman wasn't there. She was not
Yeah,
there. No, no,
she has kind of
no.
always
I
been
stopped
a little
watching the
bit of an
show after that.
oracle at
I
this
was like,
point. Like
no.
especially when she was paralyzed, I was like, oh, well, that's it. I was like, she has become Oracle, and like, but yeah, I was like, I don't mind like depiction. I don't mind the switching of characters role as long as like, especially when they specify like that's why I love the idea of the multiverse coming into play because it just like.
Yes.
Mhm. Okay. So yeah, like that's why I love that they
You
introduced the
can't
multiverse, which
do
always, like I said in the
you
last episode,
can't do
shout out to
Gotham Knights
Arrowverse because they're the ones who
without
kind of
it
originated that
being
multiversal shit. And
some
I mean,
type
no, the
of
Flash
Batman
because they
showing up
like
because
nobody was doing
eventually
this
someone's
multiversal
gonna
shit
ask
on
that
this
stupid
magnitude
question.
until
When
like
is
they
Batman
started doing
showing
it
up?
for real. And
Just
like
like
yes,
Titans.
Marvel now
When
has the
does Batman
monopoly on
show
it,
up?
but like
No,
let's
you
just
get this
remember
old
that
ass
they
Game of
started this
Thrones
goddamn
looking
barbecue business,
Batman.
and I just need y'all to understand that.
I'm petty. If you're gonna do Batman, do it for real. Do it for real. Give
Who?
me the cape. Give me the flapping and the
Why
wings.
not?
Show the bat insignia. Stop playing. That's I don't
Yeah, but that's
care.
also
I
the
don't
the
care.
the
Shut your
beauty
face.
behind the
I don't care.
multiverse, because there's
If you're gonna
different.
do a
There's still
Batman
gonna be
show,
different
do it for
iterations,
real.
and you could already
Don't
tell that
half-ass
they're
it.
like with some continuations
Don't
they're gonna have
half-ass it.
to like
And
one thing with
I
Marvel now.
guarantee
Like
you, I'm not the
one thing
only
I've
one who
always
feels
given them
that way.
like
If
their
you're gonna do it,
synergy when it comes to
that's why I
like
like
making
Arrow so
sure
much.
like
The
certain
minute,
things
all right, you
match up
couldn't
and
do
mash
Batman,
up with
fine.
each
You can do
other
it,
is
and
kind
you
is
can
very
play
been impeccable.
with
Especially
his,
like when it comes to their
you can play with
movies,
his origin.
like
You
they
can
make
play
sure that
with new
like
characters,
certain
fine.
things
Because
stay
there's no
to
way
the
you're doing
canon
a
of what their
Felicity in a Batman
multiversal
show.
like
There's
I guess
just no
like
way.
diagram or like blueprint looks like. Like
There's
sometimes they may
no.
veer off with like
And as lovely
Loki,
as that character
but
is, I
like
love Felicity.
it still
There's just
sticks
no way
to
she's
the
gonna work in a
original recipe
Batman
kind of
show.
stuff.
Because eventually some asshole's gonna ask, does she become Batgirl?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
after the Joker shoots her
They
in the back.
there's honestly so
Yes.
much.
Jackasses. I'm petty.
Yeah, right, right,
Oh,
right.
I got an idea when
And
you're
yeah,
done.
I was like, they tried a
I
little
got an
bit of
idea
that in
when you're done.
Batwoman with the new Batwing. I guess it was his brother, but I was like, nah, they could have. I was like, y'all could have really done something for real with him and with like a Jace Fox show. But I guess they would have they saw how Batwoman was like, and it was like, nah. Even though it literally did better the
Hmm.
second season than it did the first season, but like go off like, oh y'all, I'm so butthurt about that, y'all.
I gotta
Because
say,
look here, Javicia
particularly at
did her
this moment,
damn
it's not
thing
looking
as
good
Wonder Woman.
for the
I mean,
movie
as
The
Wonder Woman,
Multiverse.
Batwoman.
Marvel. It's it's. I feel like
To
someone's
be
gonna screw it
honest,
up
it could
somehow.
have. Yeah. Wait, was Crisis before? Was Batwoman on when Crisis was happening? Oh yeah, because Ruby was in the first. No, yeah, I'm about to say the original Batwoman was in that one. Ugh, yeah, I guess so. But yeah, that, yeah. Look, I already I already got my Superman. Look, the way me and my homeboy watch Superman and
Hmm.
Lois is crazy
I
because I'm like,
know
they done made me like
that
Superman in a
DC
way.
can't
I'm
do
like, this
Bruce on
man is a
TV,
regular human just like
but
me.
there is a Batman you can use.
Hmm.
Jace Fox.
Okay, I got you. Okay,
You
I'm gonna let you know.
if you
Yeah,
want to do
I'm gonna let you
Batman
know.
on
This
TV,
new season is not
because then
more. It's more of
Jace is
like
he's been a character for a
I would
while,
say Peter
but him as
home
Batman is brand
Clark
new.
than it is like him
You could
fighting
kind
like the
of
big bads like he did in the
it's a
first
palate
ones.
cleanser.
But
You
it's
can
still
pretty
good
much
though.
do
Like
whatever the hell
I
you
loved it.
want, and you don't have to use big name
Mm-hmm.
Batman villains. You can like
Ugh,
take the B
10
listers and build them up to
episodes.
actual
Oh,
rogues gallery.
yeah.
It works.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Streaming has changed a lot of things for a lot.
Like, I, yeah, man. Here's the thing. I liked her. Then you know what? We should have got her in. Well, I don't know how this would work. We should have got her in Crisis, but I don't know how it would work, honestly. Crisis was in the middle of season one. Yeah. and yeah, ugh, just makes me mad. It makes me mad. It irritates me to no end. Like DC, because I know we got a Superman movie coming out. Don't screw it up. Just don't. Don't. Just 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 don't. So I will tell you that I need to get caught up. I need to watch all of season 2 and 3. And I know it's good because they lost money and now so they did get renewed for a 10 episode season because of money. So they don't get the right so my understanding is they don't get the rights to uh stream Superman. So they're losing money, which is why we're in the writer strike that we're in because of streaming. Yeah. Yeah, sorry about that, yo. We had a
No
little
technical
little
difficulty.
snafu. No, yeah, a little, because there's a storm over here by my house, and if everything goes out, then we'll try to pick up where we
Right.
left off. But it's happening right now, so I'm just kind of keeping an eye on my phone in case it gets really
Hmm.
bad.
Y'all, I thought I could do this without an air conditioner, but I lied to myself. This liquor is making a little bit more toastier than I would like. So I'm just gonna turn this on real quick.
No, no, you do what you got to do, sir.
uh,
You do what you got to do. You just
I figured since we couldn't do a happy hour properly, I might as well do a little happy
yeah.
hour here. And technically, it is a happy hour. It is happy hour now. This happy hour
Mm,
hours.
I will not drink today.
Oh.
I can't drink today. I mean, I could. I mean,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Are you
I
gonna right?
could.
Are you just gonna let me drink alone like a
I
monster? Jeez.
just yes, I'm
Ugh.
evil.
He's choosing violence, guys, instead
Yes,
of
I'm evil. Suffering
choosing love with his brother
silence.
husband, and we could just be sitting here drinking together.
Listen. Oh my
Hmm.
god. I finished that stupid
Oh
show.
God.
I finished that stupid show. I finished it. It's so retarded. So there's one particular scene in Seeking Brother Husband where she her ex shows up, right? And she's got these two soft dudes,
Hmm.
right? They soft. That's the
What
best
they
way I could
soft?
say it. It's nice. They soft. And this dude comes up all brolic, all muscled out, roided out, and he's like, "Yeah, what's up? My name is Jermaine, and I'm a bone yo girl." And I'm like, oh my god, oh
Right,
no.
right. What do you do with this?
And I'm gonna marry her. Oh, babe, we should get married. No, shut up, girl. Rub my back. I'm like, what is happening? What is happening?
Like, I'll take his one.
It's so dumb. It's okay. Enough of this. On the off chance that the electricity goes out and I can't get back to this tonight, we will finish this. But we should
Let's
start
talk about it.
the
I was just about
Spider
to say we
Verse.
should get into it.
We should start this. Okay,
All
thoughts.
right. So let me already start out the gate. This movie was a motherfucking masterpiece. I was just astounded. Like I said before, everything when I thought they couldn't do better, they just said, "Nah, we can." And like the way they just like the one thing I will say I loved a lot that they specified and they worked on the graphics and the animation of each spider character, like the way that they go into, like you can clearly tell whose universe they're in, even from Miles's universe, which is of course our regular, the way we've seen it in the other movie, but also we get to see more of like Gwen Stacy's. It's like it's the same kind of illustration or animation, but the the backgrounds of it are different. And they and my friend who reads the Gwen Stacy the Spider Gwen stuff, he told me like it's actually like the backgrounds, how like it conveys different emotions with the paint. It's like the same in the comics, and I love like when you go to Gwen's universe, you kind of see the intricate like to specify like when she sees her, when her father, and when she reveals herself to her father, when you see the emotional like paint hit like drip down. Yes, I
Ooh.
love how they like, I love those like little details they put into it, like even when we get to the like, not to go jump ahead of ourselves, but when we get to the universe that Miles gets to at the end of it, we kind of see like it's very much the same, but you can see like in the detail like there's a different shading, a darker shading with a lot of the things that they do. And like they even worked on like the Peter Parker and Mayday's universe. I was like, it's all different but very specifically attuned to them. And I kind of love that, like the hand gestures, the gestures that they make, like his mom's I don't know why, but when I was looking at his mom's gestures and like her like mannerisms, I was like, this is a mama, this is a Latino mama, and I love this. Like the
Oh,
way she like she looked back, the the little moments of, oh, she called me by my first name. That is the best. That is the best thing I've ever heard. I was like, that's a mom,
we hate being called by
right?
our first name. What's going
Oh,
on?
right. He said, "Oh, real. Oh, she's calling me by my first name. That's fun." I was like, that's wild. I was like, yeah, because facts. Don't call no grown person by their first name. Like you don't know them like that. He said. Then the dad said, "Oh, you mean
Oh,
Lieutenant
the
Morales?"
part that the part that had me dying. I bet she don't know
Yes,
Spanish. I'm like, that is such a Latin
yes.
mom thing. I bet she don't know Spanish. I'm
And
like,
that's
oh
another
my
thing that I
god,
love.
no.
Like his, this is one thing they always did, and they did it great in the first one, but they emphasize his the perfect blend of him being black and Latino and Puerto Rican. I loved the
Yes.
way they mixed that in there. Like you can clearly like, because there are moments where you clearly see like, yeah, he is black, but like they're like literally he is saying like he's saying que pasa, and like you literally see him talking to his people, and I love that little mix of it. Even the soundtrack is fucking dope. Like the soundtrack was a perfect mix of like rap, R&B, reggaeton, like everything.
Okay,
Yeah.
real quick. What's your favorite song
Oh,
in the
that's hard
movie?
to tell because to be honest, there's some bangers in there that I was like, oh,
The ending song takes me back. The Am I
oh,
Dreaming?
okay.
Where you playing the
Mm-hmm.
violin and then you get the boom bap
Yeah.
right. It's like, oh my god, yeah, this
That was
takes me
hot. I ain't
back.
gonna hold you.
I be like banging it while I'm in the car. I need more
Yeah,
songs like that.
like
Hey,
I think the Hummingbird one was mine. The Hummingbird by
okay.
him and James Blake. Like I kind of like I love me a good vibe, a song that I can vibe to. So like I think that was the one I like that, or I always remembered. But yeah, like bro, like I just love like, and there are certain moments that you can tell like some people were mad because they was like, oh, you should have put subtitles for like certain things when they were talking. But I was like, that's not for you, and I was like, that's not for me. That's like those are for the Spanish speakers who get it, you get it, and if you don't, you don't. And I was like,
And besides, wait for the Blu-ray and you'll
right,
get your
right, right, right,
subtitles.
exactly. And like I was like, I love that they like, I love that you like can tell like what's this is for us by us, and like you don't need to get it to, you don't have to, it doesn't have to be for you to get it and to get how significant this is, especially for like his like the perfect blend that he gives of both being of his father and like the past that he had to go through, and like also with his mother, and like he kind of fall when they say he had a B in Spanish, he said, are you trying to kill your mother?
Oh yeah, she's about to choke you. You trying to choke him in public?
Yes.
Yeah, you got an A in engineering.
In
Great.
Spanish.
You got to be in
What?
Spanish.
Are
¿Qué
you
tú
trying
haces,
to kill
mano?
your mother? That was hilarious. Look, that was the best thing in the world. Like I just, yeah, I loved every moment about that. Like they really like emphasized. Mhm.
No, no, I'm gonna. No, 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 no. You good? You're fine. All right. So thoughts. I loved,
Mhm.
loved, adored the movie. setting it in Brooklyn, seeing all the Brooklyn highlights, seeing the beef patty, seeing that. The minute the movie sold for me, I'm gonna say this again. Spoilers, spoilers, spoilers. When you tell Miles
Mm-hmm.
that you can't save his dad, and Miles is
Yeah,
like,
I did. Look, I love Hope. Yeah, I was
I
about to
will
say that's
save
gonna be my
my
next question.
I will save
Who's your
my
favorite
dad,
spider?
and the hell with all of yous.
Yeah, not counting Mouse.
I'm
Exactly,
out.
exactly.
And Hobby Brown, Spider
Okay, I
Punk,
respect it. I
is
respect
the
it.
real one in that movie. That was Miles's boy.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Well, okay, it's not counting Miles. Um, I guess it's got to be Hobby, man.
Yeah.
He's like
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
don't get along with everybody well. I don't take orders. I don't give
Yes.
a fuck. I do
We
it
gonna
for the
get into it. We gonna get
music.
into it. Well, I was like, we gonna get into it. And look,
But
I didn't want
the
to look. I didn't want
minute
to skip
he
into
saw Miles
the middle until we got
and
to till
recognized
we
how
get into the, okay.
cool
All right.
Miles was, and he listened to Miles. He had very established that I don't listen to nobody, but he'll
Mm-hmm.
listen to Miles. And he told Miles how to get out,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, no, we here, no, we
Yeah.
here now. No. Oh well, okay.
Yeah.
So they're skipping around Brooklyn. Like I
And
said,
like
I
your mama
love
said,
those
don't trust
scenes.
that white girl over there. I just
Using
playing.
Gwen
y'all. I'm just playing, y'all.
to to betray our poor Miles.
You can't trust them. You can't trust them. You
That's like
can't
your
trust them.
first love
No, I'm
breaking your
playing.
heart.
Look, you can find you a good one.
I don't see how you come back from that.
Mm-hmm.
No, we're not doing that.
Miles.
That's not what she said.
Oh, Jeff.
That's not what she said. That's not what she did.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Right.
Because you know how they were gonna accept her because when Rio and Aaron had no, what's his dad's name? No, what's his dad's name?
For God's sake,
Jeff.
man.
When they had the conversation, like we gotta grow up. That's when
Oh yeah,
I knew they accepted.
You don't get shamed. Mm-hmm.
Even though she didn't
All
speak
that.
Spanish, but that's besides the point. You know, the sad part is in real life, my girl knows more Spanish than I do.
That it's funny you asked that. That was gonna be my next question.
You know how
So
embarrassing that is?
I didn't know how to
This
feel
is why I
about him
don't
at
talk
first.
to
I'm
my
not gonna
family.
hold you. I was like, when I first started
she knows
drawing
Spanish
an
than you? Yeah,
illustration
that's why
of
we
it, I
don't
was like,
talk.
what
Next.
the fuck is? All right, why do y'all have a spot boy
no,
here?
No mercy.
But
No mercy.
literally,
So,
once they start explaining his
what
story
you
and
think
like
of
they go
Spot?
into it, I was like, okay, I get it. Like. Look, I ended up watching the second movie, and I was like, I still didn't see that man, but I was like, I mean, the first movie, but no, I did like his story. I liked how it, like, ties into his, especially going into like him being able to control like him going through the multiverse. Like he was a good amount of like both funny and kind of evil. Yes. Right. Right. And oh yeah, I do want to say, look, my favorite character, my favorite spider of this thing, so it was a tie, honestly, between hobby, but I think now but
The
I already
end
knew
where
as
he
soon as I left
becomes
that movie,
super
I knew
scary
it was
and he can
Pavitra
destroy multiverses,
Prabhakar.
and
Like
everybody thought he was
the
a
Indian
joke.
Spider-Man,
Not a joke now.
top tier shit. I loved him. Moonbatten. Yeah. Top tier. Top tier. Like what? Like the way my anxiety, like I leaned up in my chair as that was happening. I was like, this is amazing. Like,
okay, so we
and
have to
it
talk
goes
about
back
this
to
real
animation,
quick.
like the way that it's like it's also the same, but very like you can definitely see the change in it. And the way, like, first of all, I loved Pavitra's the way he uses his bangles to shoot web shoot. Like I loved that. and like his costume is yes, yes, yes. I want but yeah, like I loved him. Like I loved his whole world. Like you can tell, and like you can tell, like when he was talking about it, you can tell that he hadn't had that much skin in the
That's
game. Like even before he
cool.
said like
That's a
he had only been
okay.
Spider Man for like
Marvel
six
Legends.
months. I was like, you
Can
can
we get
tell
an
that he
active
hasn't gone
figure
through no real
of that
loss
real
yet,
quick?
for real.
Because I feel like we're
He's
getting
still new
another
to
wave of
this.
this movie.
But
We need an
like
action
I
figure of
loved
that real
his
quick.
I
So
loved his arc, like
continue.
in the way
Continue.
he was like basically, talking about Miles and Gwen. He's like he went through the portal for you. Oh, there must be some romance. Like I loved how he talked to them. I loved his like happy go lucky thing. Like it was all oh for sure. Hmm. Literally. And when he said, when they said, when he was talking about his hair, and he was like, "Your hair is just like that." He's like, "Yes." He's like, "How do you get your hair like that?" Coconut oil, prayers,
But
and
he was a
good
bit of a
genetics.
he was a bit of a
I died
jackass. He's
laughing.
like, yeah, because
I was like, "This is
I'm Pravir
hilarious!"
and I'm
Like
perfect and nothing bad
his
never
whole
happened to me,
character. Even
and it
when he
was
was like,
about to
when he went
if it wasn't
to
for
when
Miles.
Spot went to Mumbai, and he was like, he was like, "Oh yeah, I came here to find myself." He's like, "I found." He's like, "Oh, so you came to? Oh, that real typical. Coming to India to find yourself, real Western, bro." But like that scene when they all go and save all those people, bruh, it is so good. Like the that like yes, yes, like you, it'd be a lot of money. Hmm.
It's you'll never get that in live action. Okay, side note, side note,
True,
side note. Guys, I don't want a live action Miles Morales movie. I just don't. There's
true.
so
I can see
much
that.
here.
Like
Understand where I'm coming from.
I'm mixed. I have mixed feelings because I
If you
also
want to
I
do a
would love to
different Miles
see
Morales,
them do
fine.
a live
You
action
can do
Miles
so
Morales, but
much more
also
with
I it
animation
is like you
and
said,
save
like
a
I feel like
lot
there's
more
a lot
money.
more stuff that he can do
That's
an
the only
animation that he's
reason
not
why I
able
don't
to
want a
do, and they
live
don't get the
action.
liberties to do with like live action. So like because that scene with him and Mumbai, that would have been expensive as shit to make. Like let's really be real. Like that would have been the whole budget right there. I'm trying to save everybody. Like I just and also that little parallel scene because it wasn't until the bus fell that I realized that Gayatri, his girlfriend, was actually Gwen. Is
You know what?
that universe is Gwen?
Perfect example of
And
this. Go
I
ahead.
was like, yep,
Yes.
right.
Yes.
She and her dad was the sheriff. I mean, boy, the chief. Yep. And like, it wasn't until like the bus fell and he was trying to save her that I was like, I instantly got the parallel scene in my head that when she fell off the bridge, and I'm like, oh, bro, when he said he could do both, I was like,
I
I
didn't
don't think you
catch that,
can, and
son
I
of a
was like,
bitch.
oh, this is
I
gonna
didn't
be
catch
this
that.
is Parker moment. This is his Spider moment, like where the
The chief.
canon
Yeah,
kind of
yeah, yeah.
comes into play. And I was like, I thought he was gonna die. I thought she was gonna die, and I was like, oh no, please don't let it happen again. But then, like that's when we really get into the movie of like Miles saving him, and then we later find out what the consequences of that are. Because that canon event thing was I think that was such a smart idea. I love that they like the way they explain that. Hmm. Hmm. And, right, right.
Yeah.
Mhm. Right, right,
I
but
thought it was stupid at first. I
also
thought it
like
was stupid at
certain
first, and then
right,
I
but
thought
also
about
with
it.
the spider people, like it
That's
shows like
how
certain
the
events make
Spider
them
Verse
who
gets
they are,
released.
like, and it's like through those little
And I'm like,
moments that
okay,
you
okay,
see
this
that
feels
that's how they're
stupid
connecting
because
with
you're
each other.
acknowledging
And I
comic
was like, you
fan.
know what,
This is
I was like, even
canon.
though I'm
This
like,
is this
y'all
this
kind of
this
fucked up for
people
just like
dying is canon. I was
allowing
like,
these people to die knowing that
oh,
y'all could help them,
that's how
but
you reset
also
the movie. I
I
get it now.
understand what you're talking about because even when they talk about Uncle Ben, because when they said Uncle Ben, like they showed the like universes and they show Miles with his uncle, and I'm like, it is a canon event because those moments need to happen for Spider-Man to be who he is. Because let's be real, without Uncle Ben, we wouldn't have any kind of Spider-Man, not even Miles for real, for real. So let's um right. We got Mubin. We talked about the. We talked a little bit about the captains. I did like that they put Gambino, Childish Gambino's the Prowler in there. I did like how he was in there. That was a
Which
that
okay, I
that
guess
was a
we
good
should jump
moment.
towards
But
I guess towards the end now, right?
right, I would
Because
say
we
let's
talked
get into
about
Miguel.
the Moonbatten. Oh,
Mm-mm.
we got it. Yeah, that was cool. So, Spider Man 2099.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's not the
Okay.
one from the comic book. Have you ever played that end of time Spider Man End of Time? So basically, the
Mm-hmm.
storyline was basically Peter saw that Mary Jane was gonna die, and
Right.
he Miguel knew about it and was gonna let it happen.
Mm-hmm.
So when they do Miguel's story and he's like,
Why
"Hey,
so?
this Spider-Man 2099 died here, and I tried to live his life." And then it looks like a
Like
crisis
I feel
event
like it's
happened and
probably
took
like
out
probably a
that
50-50 thing. I think what probably happened was he didn't
dimension.
allow a canon event to happen, and
I'm
that's probably what ended
starting to
up like
think that wasn't
ended up
Miguel's
like starting this
fault
world, like the little dimension from
because,
disintegrating or
like he says,
deteriorating.
they say it's his
Um,
fault,
one thing I
but I
was
don't
oh,
think
and
it is.
I can't believe it took me this long to say the diversity in this movie is insane. Like y'all, like first of all, there's only probably how many main white characters? Like probably one, two, maybe. Like if anything, and
Hmm.
like the spider, right? Not counting the other spider. I'm talking right the mainstay characters. But yeah, like I didn't
Yes.
even, and I'm so Issa Rae. I'm so sorry. I didn't even talk about Spider Woman. I love Spider Woman. I wanted more for her. I wanted more from her. I feel like in the next movie we'll probably get more of her story because, yeah, yeah.
Well, not counting
Like
the
I was
spiders,
hoping that we get more because especially
but yeah, yeah, but
when they
yes,
talk about everybody has a Gwen in their life or whatever, and she also says, and I did too, and I'm like, wait, I want to know about that. I was like, first and foremost, is it a guy Gwen? Are you bisexual? Like I
yeah,
was
they
like,
kind of shortchanged her
I
a
want
little
all these
bit.
things to be answered,
They really did.
but like I did like the changes that they made, and like her changes weren't really that big. Like, because let's be honest, Spider Woman was pregnant before. The only difference is that she has a husband, and that's about it. Like, and she's black. Like, that's it. Hmm. Ooh, don't even put that into the world. Ooh, no, I wouldn't mind it though, to be honest. It would be wild if they were married, and honestly, I wouldn't be surprised that I wouldn't be mad at it. Honestly, I'd be like, I can
Which
see it.
I thought
She can
it
even
was
him out,
Miguel.
but like a lot of
No, no,
people,
I like because there was
right, right.
I thought it was Miguel, and I'm
Right,
like,
he's just a little flawed, baby, but he
um,
all right. He all right. I think I
huh,
can work with that. He can.
hmm.
He can. We can work with this here. We can change him. And
Yeah, just yeah. You're so
oh
fine,
yeah,
girl. Like,
um,
are you talking about Miguel?
but we get to meet the
Okay,
other spiders.
yeah, okay.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
But
I was
yeah,
like, where?
so man, I lost my train of
No,
thought.
I'm about to say
I,
they never
I
gave
lost
that
my train of
any
thought.
inclination.
Okay. This Gwen thing. Did you get the
Yeah, for
idea
sure.
that Gwen was trans?
if she was bisexual, I'd have been like, if she was like a lesbian or bisexual, I'd be like, okay, that makes
I
sense.
didn't either.
I wouldn't be surprised
But a
about it. Like,
lot of
I'd be
people
like,
thought
yeah, it's
that
like I was like, I'm
Hannah was
not
trans in the
expecting it, but I
movie.
wouldn't be surprised if she was though. I was like, I can definitely see it, and I would actually
I
love that for
said,
her because I was
I
like, she has a
think
little. I was like,
that
she
if you
looked like
look at her room,
she dabbles,
she
and I'm okay with
supports
that.
people, she saves everybody, but she's not trans.
But yeah, I did like her. I like that. A lot of people
I
didn't like that the story started off with her,
yeah.
but I honestly, that's exactly it. I was about to say, I loved. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
Yes.
that just yeah,
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, bro.
you had to get her story.
Like that hurt my
You
heart.
have to get a story because if you didn't,
Yeah.
you
Which
don't get
dick move, bro.
where
But
her head is going into this movie.
like that's why she
Which the
left you for dead.
shit with her
Like,
dad,
but
and
like, yeah, I did. I
that's
didn't. I
heartbreaking.
like
That's
that
like
they got her story out of the way, so
nearly
we know where
guardian
she's at.
level
We know where
tier
her head's at, and
heartbreaking
also we
because
keep like she
her
like
dad didn't
showed
want to
in the
arrest her,
last
but he's
movie. She
like,
always
I'm
told in the
still a
last movie that
cop.
she lost her best friend, but
Crap.
we never get to see why, and we don't get to see her full
Yeah.
flashback, even though we get everybody else's flashback of like who they were, like with like not Benjamin, with Spider-Man Noir and everybody else from that one, but we never really get a full like blown story of her, and then we finally get to see what happened to her and Peter, and then we go straight into the movie, and I appreciate that because it doesn't take away from his story. Yeah, right, exactly. And like I like that they just like they're able to get her story out of the way, and like she still stays as a B character, but she's the person who pushes the story forward in the background. And I'm like, no, I was like, if anybody should be, mm,
Which
yeah,
is right out of the comic book. Which is right out of the comic book, him
mm-hmm.
becoming the lizard.
Yeah, 100%. Right.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
hold on. That's a whole discussion. Hold that
I
thought.
can
Do not talk about
see
that yet.
that now
Do
because
not
it's been
talk
so
about that
long,
yet. Because I
but
have some feelings
also
too.
within that same
All of
breath,
them
I
are in
feel
the
like
wrong.
if they
All of
knew
them.
somebody else was going to die, especially if they knew like Aunt May was going to
All you
die,
know what?
I
We're
feel like
here.
they wouldn't
You know
let
what?
that they won't
We're
let that
here.
shit
We're
slide.
talking about it.
Let's be real.
You're gonna tell me that my father dies in 2 days, right? Cool.
Right.
I'll go back and
Right. It's a
save
fixed
him
point.
and
Exactly.
save the
It makes
multiverse.
them who they are.
But you're telling me that
His only parent.
uh
Mm-hmm.
that Peter,
You got me
nobody
all the way
in their
fucked up.
world wouldn't save their
Like,
Uncle Ben? No one?
oh no,
No
you
one?
good. You good.
Gwen?
Yeah, do your
Peter
thing.
B? No one wouldn't want to save their Uncle Ben?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Fine. If it was Uncle Ben, fine. It's like how we watch Legends of Tomorrow. It's a fixed point.
Right.
You can't prevent it. It's a pick. Fine. But if I knew Aunt May was gonna die, you don't think I'm gonna do everything I can to save on my
Mm-hmm.
Aunt May, my dad Jeff, my mother Rio? I will fight all of you to get up out of here. And
Yes.
then for them, for Peter B, hold on, brother, because now I'm in the mood. For Peter B
Right.
and even Penny
Cause if I'm
and
monop,
Gwen to
my bad,
side
my
with
bad. Yeah, because
Miguel,
like if I'm an anomaly, then why it matter if my daddy
I'd have
alive?
been
But
like, you
okay,
know what?
my bad. Go
And
ahead. But
this
go
is
ahead.
what Rio was talking about when she was talking to Miles, when she was like, hey, listen, I want you to take care of
Period.
yourself. No one's going to treat you how your family's going to treat you.
Period.
And his mom was right because
Like
everybody turned on
that's
Miles
one of the
real
things
quick.
I'm
And
like,
then they all,
if
and
y'all
the
were going
fact
to
that they
like,
all knew
my big thing
And
for
then for
all of
the
that,
girl
because
to be like,
when I
you
left
were
that, I
never
was like, I
supposed to
thought
get the
of myself, I
spider.
was like,
You were never
wait,
supposed
so
to
Gwen
get
just
bit.
okay with letting her dad die? Like,
The
like
spiders
you've been
from
gone for
another
weeks, like,
dimension
and you
made
clearly
it
already know that
strengthened
this is a canon event that
Miles' strength
happens
even more.
for
Where
what
he's like, listen,
for stories to
fuck
push
all of y'all, I'm
forward
Spider Man.
in like certain universes.
I
So
don't need nobody's.
like a chief has to die, and you have been gone for weeks, so your dad is already dead at this point, to your knowledge, and you just like, okay, well, that's just how it has to be. No
But
way.
yeah,
I was
like
like,
if
there ain't
if
no.
you're
I
gonna tell me I'm
understand like
Spider
why
Man,
you
that's
would be
fine.
upset at your dad
But guess
because your
what?
dad was about to
I'm
arrest the
Spider
fuck out
Man.
of you, and
I
like
still
you,
got bit.
like,
I
and
still
he
saved
was
the
just gonna like
multiverse.
let you go. Now, I understand why
What
she
do you want me
left,
to do?
but also within that same breath, like you can't tell me that y'all wouldn't try to do everything to save your parents, save your people, and I feel like and also I feel like that's a story that I want to see more of with Spider Woman, because in the movie she definitely specifies use your head, not your heart, and I feel like she has gone through something that she's had to learn from to like become the person she is. Yeah, it's gonna be like Gwen. Yeah, but shit, I feel like they're gonna give us a little bit of something. Yeah, right. We'll see. They they better do her right, because I did like her for what she was on, for what she did, and I was like, I like the way she used her spider cycle to like fight and stuff, and like all this other crap, and while everybody is giving her shit for fighting while she's pregnant, while Peter Parker has a whole damn baby on his damn front, and I'm like, okay, y'all, like chill, like give
Yes. I think we'll get a
oh
little more of her
hell
story.
yeah.
Well, I don't know because now
Okay,
Beyond the Spider Verse is supposed to be the last one. So I don't know for
right? Like
yeah.
she's an
We'll see.
anarchist. Yes,
We'll see. We'll see.
anarchist. I love
Yeah, we'll
right.
see.
I love that. I was like, I want him to be your Uncle Hobie, and I want y'all to like just like start just doing anarchy all around the Spider Verse, and I want that for y'all. Like I just yeah, and I loved Hobie's design. Like I love the dreads, everything. Hmm?
Now, but
I'm also learning that as well. I was like, sometimes I need to pull myself
yeah,
back. I
Peter
need to pull
B is an
myself back.
irresponsible
Look,
parent.
look here,
Let's
we
just keep
learned it.
that
Look,
100.
growing is a process, people. Growing
It's
is a
like, how you gonna bring
process.
a whole ass
Look,
baby to a spider chase? Like, and
right. We're
she's
gonna be all
just
right.
having a good time, not a care in the
But yeah,
world.
like
Just
I loved his little design, his little rocker
and
thing. Like
Hobby,
it
like,
was kind
I
of dope.
like you.
And I did want
You're
to
a
go. I
rebel.
did want to talk
If
about the
if
fact that he talked about how they messed up the multiverse in the first one, and how Tom Holland Spider Man did in Doctor Strange messed it
mm-hmm.
up as well. Yes,
It's good.
and
I'm mad at my
I loved it. I was like, okay.
no. I was cutting you off,
So it's
and I'm
not just
learning to
you who's
stop.
doing it. And I love that
Continue.
that was one of those things where I was like, I love they connected with that, with the previous Spider-Man. Cause I was like,
Mhm.
these are one of those moments that you need to do, even when they like,
Okay, 30
started
episodes.
talking about
30
like,
episodes. We got.
um, Chief
We'll be
or
all right. We'll be all right.
Captain Stacy when he died in like Amazing Spider-Man 2 on one. I was like, okay, this is a good little continuation or a good continuity, like, you know, to the story. And I was like, I love that y'all, make sure that with this, with the canon, y'all make sure that it kind of flows throughout. And I loved it. I just loved it. My bad, I
Yeah,
got
that
distracted. But
little
back
nerd,
to
the
Miguel.
earth, blah blah blah.
In
Fuck the.
these
I'm
spiders,
like, yes, let's throw
I
his home.
I did like it. Like my thing, y'all already know how I feel about POCs and like queer villains. But even then, like, or antagonists, should I say? Because he wasn't really a villain. Like, but yeah, like even with that, like I love a good like person of color or a good like queer villain as long as you can make the story make sense and like it flows with it. And that's what I loved about it, because his story, you understood why he was doing it. Like you understood that he made a mistake before, and he said that he would never do that again. And especially when you find out that he went into another world where he had a child and a family, and he basically tampered with the canon of that whole universe, and it disintegrated. And that's how he learned from it. And now you understand, like even though like you can see that he's darker, but you see that he doesn't want to make that same mistake again. Or he doesn't want anybody else to go through the same thing that he had to go through. He may be going through a little bit harsher than he should, but you understood why, and that's why I actually loved it. And like with it, with their story, like I kind of loved how it kind of made you get the sense of urgency what was happening. but but when they said that he couldn't save his father, I was like, yeah, that was it. And I love that Hobie helped him with that. And that little spider chase, I think that was that everybody we already know that's the best part of the movie. No, you good. Yes. Yes. Yeah, your uncle died, right? Let me guess, your uncle died. That is like in the meme moment, like the fact that they put that meme moment in there. He's like, "Get Spider Man," and then he's like, "You," and he was like, "Por Dios, Miles Morales," and I was like, "Yes, this is everything to me." Oh, I need. How could I forget? I did love the Forest Bias moment when Miles sees Miguel and he starts talking Spanish to him,
They
and
said
I was like,
four
"This is I
years to
like this
do.
is
Sorry,
everything."
brother.
Because I was
Sorry.
like, with any
Four
culture, it
years to
doesn't matter.
do.
When you see your people, you're
4
gonna acknowledge. Like
years
you're gonna be like,
to animate
"What's
that
up?" Like
scene.
it's just like black
Oh
people with the
yeah.
nod. Like
Then
you already know, right?
my
Right?
uncle
So
died,
young blood.
and then this person
like
died,
and I
and
was
then
like, I
that.
love that. Like I was like, I love these little moments that you get with them, and
Mm-hmm.
like you don't have. Again, you don't have to understand. Like, it's not for you to understand. It's for the people who going to enjoy that moment. Because like when I was talking to
Oh
what was
yes,
habits on TikTok,
yes,
he was like even
yes.
he said he was like as a Latino kid, I was like I'm gonna remember these little moments that he got that he's talking about. Like even when like it's him talking to his parents, talking to his mom at school when they're doing that whole thing. He's
Mm-hmm.
like, he said, all I was waiting for is her to show throw the shinclata, and that's like, yes, that's like that is it. I was like, it's little. I was like, honestly, and I was kind of
What up,
surprised that she
blood?
didn't at
What's
this
going
point.
on?
Like
Mm,
that's yeah, that would have made it so that would have made it a perfect moment. But yeah, like I love that, and I do love that they specified that Miles is the anomaly. I like is an anomaly within itself. At first, I didn't know how to feel. I was like, oh, I don't know about that. But then he is a unique Spider-Man within himself. Like, and I was like, that's why I appreciated it. And like they emphasized that, especially when he explains that Spider came from another universe. When I tell you, after I went back and I watched the first one and I saw like the glitching of the spider. I thought that that was just like a little like special effect that they put on it just to emphasize that this spider is different and new. Never knew.
oh,
Yeah,
that would be funny.
right,
That would be
right.
so funny.
And I was like, I just thought that they were just like specifying that this is going to be the spider that changes everything. But then when they go back and like explain it, and I was like, the spider was glitching like they did. And I was like, oh my God, that's him. But like him realizing that he was never meant to get that spider, and like somewhere out there, a Peter Parker is there's no Peter Parker
Mm-hmm.
who becomes a spider, and there's a world without Spider Man. Like, yeah, like I was like, I love that little effect that they do that they work with on that. But his chase outside of the HQ,
No,
that was top
I
tier. I'm gonna
knew
let you
the
get on that
spider was
first.
from another
Go ahead.
dimension. They didn't specify
Everybody.
where.
Yes. The bruh, that was my favorite scene. He's like, everybody keeps telling me what I can and can't do. Nah, I'm gonna do my own thing. And then when he did that, when he looked down at him, I was like, bruh, this is top tier right here. I was like, this is the moment. And I was like, this is his defining Spider-Man moment, and I loved it. Like I also loved his
And
I loved his little. power up that they gave him though, his little
outsmarting
redirection
everybody.
of lightning
Dodge,
that they
dip,
gave him in the
dodge,
movie. I
twit,
was like, I'm
twit,
glad that they
lightning,
like
lightning.
started like
And
honing in
then
on
when
his
he
skills
makes it
since
to
he's
the
been gone. And I was
train,
like,
he's
that's a good
like,
little
and
power up that I
Miguel's
thought
like,
that they
"You ain't
added to it.
real. You ain't the real
But
Spider-Man." Everybody's like, "Yo, Miguel, chill, chill." And then
what
he's
were one
like,
of
"What?
the what was your one of your
I'm gonna do
memorable
my own
obscure
thing."
ones spiders that you saw on there
Coldest
that you liked?
line in the movie.
The one the are you talking about the Ben Riley Scarlet one who was crying in the corner? Okay. Okay. Yes. I'm trying to forget my past. I literally just saw that one. That's
Mm-hmm.
actually the Amazing Spider-Man one, the Amazing Spider-Man and Friends one. I was like, that's hilarious. That one had me dying.
Yeah.
Like I think it's gonna be that. I think it's gonna be mine. Is gonna be the Ben Riley one. The one he's like, I'm trying to forget. I'm trying to remember my past. And honestly,
The
it
video
literally
game
just reminded
Spider-Man.
me of Dark Web. I was just like, that's literally what just happened. Like that's literally what just happened, y'all.
No, but that's funny too. Yeah, look at my pectorals, for I
Right.
am dark and I
Right.
no. It
That was
was
an
the
X-Men
60
story. That was not a
it
Spider-Man
was the
story, y'all.
66 Spider-Man where he was swinging.
At
Oh, my
all.
back, I can't swing
At
no
all.
more and
They
I'm
could
not
have easily put Ben
pixelated.
Riley in it and I'd have been
Ah!
fine with it. But like for who was that for?
Yes.
Like y'all literally tried to force
Yeah, man.
it. Right. Like right. And my thing was that story that could have also been
That
prevented if he
yeah.
did the same thing
I
that Gene
just
did
I
for
just
Madeline. And I'm
read it
like,
reread it again today.
why don't you just share your memories with him? Like and then but
Why
that just
bro?
wasn't a part that just
Why?
wasn't even a question for him
It's
or
like
something.
so
He
not
was like,
necessary.
nah, if like Peter said, nah, if I gotta suffer, you
Spider-Man
gonna
did not
suffer.
need to be
You
in
see
it.
what I've been dealing with this whole time, being broke
Like
in all the things. Nah, you gonna suffer in this too. I'm like, why?
I
Okay, I
like
got
how
you, got you.
Spider-Man ripped Madeline
So
apart. He's like,
we're gonna get to
"This is
the
your
doing the
fault,
machine
and
when
now
we
you want my help? Get out of my face!" And
Spider Bite
Jean's
was
like,
hard. I liked
"Are
her.
you gonna stop this?" Like, no,
Literally, she's on my screen right
no.
now. I love her. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I love that. Mm-hmm.
Yes. All right,
I love that.
all right. Because of the end, because the weather's getting bad, we got to get to the end.
It's probably
Spider bite.
I can see it. Look, if Miles can be modeled after Barack
Another
Obama and
black
Childish
character.
Gambino, I think they can. Yeah, I think
I
they can do that. Which is wild because I'm like,
I feel like
where's the Barack inspiration? But I was like, I
there
ain't
was
gonna
a
ask no
show I used to watch
questions.
called Birds in the Hood. I forget. There was a girl they had on. I think it's based on her
Mm-mm.
look, but I could be wrong.
That that's
I
Fubu for
can't
us by
remember.
us,
She
boy.
does streams. I think every week,
Right.
and she's a
But
black girl that
yeah,
talks
let's get
about
into this.
deep stuff. And I
So the ending when
cannot
we get to
think of her
him
name,
getting
and
to
she's from
his
Brooklyn too.
supposed thought
So
his university he thought he was in,
I
and we
cannot
find
think.
out that
I
the
cannot.
machine
I
doesn't
feel like
take
it's
him
modeled
to
after her,
his
but I
universe,
could
but
be
it
wrong.
takes you to the universe of the spider that it's from. Exactly, it takes you from the original. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Right. Right. I heard he wasn't the Prowler in the comics. I didn't think he was the Prowler
no,
in the comics,
no,
right?
no, no.
He was just evil.
Do you know how mad people will be?
Yeah, yeah,
Yo,
yeah.
there's a Barack Spider Man. We can't have a
Yep.
George. But no, 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 no.
Yeah. I'm gonna.
Just no. Keep it to yourself. No.
I get it. Real. A nice piece of meat. I feel it. Real sexy. Yeah. Look. as a proud gay man, I can say real sexy. Like she was sexy.
It takes him to 42, right out of the comic book, right out of the comic book, where Miles is evil and he's the
Yes.
Prowler.
Right, right.
No, no, no. It was his uncle that he was just evil. But
I,
yeah,
I
but
was
his
kind of scared because I
uncle
was
was
like, I
still
hope they ain't
alive,
together. I was like, oh, please don't tell me you got what your
and his
you got
dad
what your.
died,
Ugh, I don't want that. I rebuke it
and
because
his mom was still alive. And then someone goes, "So she's single?" Like,
gross,
stop it,
gross.
stop it.
I don't want it to happen. I don't want it to happen.
What?
Like, I don't know. I always feel skeevy
No,
about
no, no.
somebody marrying
Cartoon, sir.
somebody's brother or
Cartoon,
something
sir.
after they die, and I'm like, who is this? Don't.
Um. Oh my God. No,
Mm,
no, we're not doing this. Anyway, yeah. And then Miles seeing his uncle and oh, that broke my heart
okay,
because you kind of know it was
and
all
you know what?
dark. It was all dark. Like, Unc, you're alive, and nope, 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 nope. And
Okay.
they could be, they could be because it does happen. No, it does happen.
Oh, so we are just
It
gonna
does
stand here.
happen.
Okay.
Why is that gross? Why is that gross?
Mm.
No. Listen, let me tell you something.
Mm.
And this is kind of off topic.
See, those I can get, and
Reason why it
like it's
doesn't
not like I
bother
don't
me
understand because I'm
is the
like,
same way it bothers
especially when
you
you lose
because
somebody
it's
that close to
literally
both of you, you
happened in
both
my
get
family
connected in a way that
a
others
lot.
won't understand. So that's
Like
why I
my
get it.
grandma,
Like that's why I was like,
we're gonna do this because I know my cousin's listening. My
yeah, the
grandmother,
on brand thing.
she married her best friend's husband 6 months
This
after
is a
they
part of the
died
following
and moved
pattern.
in together. I shit you. We just all go and
Mm,
look. No one's gonna say nothing. Nobody.
mm,
So and then
mm-hmm.
my dad, my dad, who was I
Right.
don't know because I haven't talked to him forever. I haven't talked to him at all since after February. But him dating my mom's best friend.
Mm-hmm. 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 Right.
It's an on brand thing for my family. So
Right. Right. You'll be okay.
it's so weird. But then it's like okay, like so, but it's just a discussion I was having with my girl. We were talking about the whole like the target LGBT
Right.
community stuff, right? And then go, I don't know why it bothers people. Like
Yeah.
literally, I grew up. I'll tell you another story, and then we'll get back to
Like,
Spider Man. Is literally
the
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 parade was
coming
going
out
on back at
moment of
home,
Miles
and my uncle was like,
trying to come out to his
"Aunt, what's
mom,
going on?"
when that's
I'm
when
like,
we like find
"Turn
out
around, see
that
the
little
rainbow,
parallel moment
see
with him and
somebody
Gwen,
choked
when
up
you see that Gwen is outside
with
the
his ass
window, but
out."
it's not, but
Yeah,
she like
yeah,
both of them realize I'm not in
we're
the
at the
same, you're there
parade.
in the same
Like
universe.
what? We're at the parade.
That
Yeah,
moment gave
get me the fuck
me
out of here. Okay,
chills.
just walk straight ahead that way, and you'll be just fine.
Yes.
Didn't bother me much. Still doesn't. It just
Yeah.
I don't know. Just
I
leave people.
I
My
feel
my
like
way of
yes, but
saying
also
leave
like
people
at
alone.
the same time, she kind of
Just
would have
leave
no choice.
people
I feel like at this point
alone.
she kind of had no choice.
Just
Like I feel like he gonna
that's
be a little
all.
hot for a minute, but
Boils
like
down to
I think
just
he has
leave
to also
people
understand like she
alone.
had no choice into doing so. Especially like y'all been gone for like a minute, like y'all been gone for at least like a day, and like you can't just like explain that away. Like he went to go after you,
Oh, and that's when you
and
realize.
like that's one of those. Oh, I have a theory that I'm gonna talk about after the after I say this, but don't I ain't gonna say. I ain't gonna say it. Wait, don't no. I ain't gonna talk about it right now. Wait,
Hmm.
but
And
the
Gwen
moment when
showing
he
up,
tells his mom, the coming
Gwen
out moment when
kind
he
of
tells his mom that he's Spider
subtly
Man,
saying that he's
and
Spider
like of
Man.
course we find that's when we realize that it's
That's
not
gonna
her.
get the
But
moms.
like
It's gonna piss her off. It's
I
gonna piss
love that
Miles
moment.
off.
That was a very sensitive way of doing it, and it still was like very like it kept the tones of coming out, and also like
Yeah.
this it kept but while still keeping the superhero aspect of it, and like those I love moments like that, like the surreal moments where you can like see the parallels of it, but also like when she was like I like you can't say anything to me that I wouldn't like, I would love you no matter what, and I'm like, okay, I love this moment.
You think she gonna die?
Now that
No,
now that
I
I've
think she gonna
said
die.
that, okay, Yes. Okay. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Wait, wait. Well, is it a theory for the end? After the end?
Shut the fuck
Okay.
up! Oh my
Hold that
god,
thought.
yes!
One more second.
Jesus.
So,
And
so
look,
then
this is how you know
because
he
we're
was
gonna
evil
finish
because he
here.
had the two braids going down the back.
Miles is knocked out by the Prowler. But you don't know it yet.
Any- anytime I
Aaron
see two
shows up.
braid a dude with two braids down
Looks
the
like
back,
he's
I'm
gonna
like,
kill
oh,
Miles.
I was like,
Tests
oh,
the
he up to
Prowler
something.
bag
I
and
was like, he could
punches the
be
shit
evil if he
out of the
wanted to.
punching bag,
And
right?
that
And
and I
then
saw him.
Miles is
I
freaking
just
out. He's like,
he
"Oh
is
my
Black
god!"
Force energy.
And
That's
then you see
hilarious.
Miles with
I was about to say something
Hall of Fame
serious, and
Black
I
Force
just lost
energy.
my whole train of thought. That is fucking priceless.
I
But
had to do it. I had
his
to do it.
dad, like,
I
I
had to
did love
do
the moments where we get to see the. Oh my god, I did love the moments we get to see of him in the seeing him as like the evil guy and taking up after his dad as well his uncle the Prowler.
Stop
It
it.
also kind of goes back to the canon and also to the Spider Verse as well. It shows like it's not even that different of a universe, but it shows how one
I'm
decision, how
sorry.
one little
I need a
action
minute.
can switch and change your whole life. And like we kind of get that, especially when we find out that his dad died. And we kind of see how that switches his whole direction in life to where he is now and to following out behind his uncle. And I just always love that, like it's a different, and even there, like that's, and I wasn't until the end that I realized that was like every universe had a different like illustration or animation, because I was like there's something off
Yes.
about this universe, and before they even revealed that it was a different universe. But like then you look at the shading of it, like the shading of certain things, I'm like it's darker, you see like the undertones of it, and like bro, it's unmatched, like yeah. And then they had the nerve, the gall, the unmitigated gall to like I'm glad they to end it the way they did. The way, okay, I wish I knew that. All right, cause my ass was up in there. The way y'all, I want y'all
Mm-hmm.
to know, and somehow if that white lady and her grandkids are listening to this podcast, I want y'all to know that I apologize, because the way I leaned up in my chair and I said, what the fuck? I said, I said, oh, so I said, y'all for real? And I like literally to the screen. And the way I actively I got viscerally upset at that movie. I was like, oh, and then they had the nerve
Oh,
not have an end
to
credit
be
scene
continued.
either. I was like, oh, y'all.
To be
I was like, oh,
continued.
y'all
Because
wrong
even
for
I didn't.
that. I was
I
like,
knew it was
oh,
going to be a part
y'all
two because
really
I knew we were
tried it
getting
though.
beyond.
Like,
My wife looked at me.
bruh. I was so.
My wife's looking at me. Baby, that's it. That's how the movie ends.
Oh, so you
Yeah.
also chose
Until
violence?
March.
Okay, I think I need a
Until
divorce from
March.
this because brother husband, I thought we was cool. I think we need a divorce. I think we need. I want to try separation. I think because that way, like yeah, like yeah, that was horrible. I was you chose violence on that because you ain't have no right to not tell me that.
I was gonna
Mm-hmm.
tell you, but I was like, nah, let me not do that. I knew. I choose. I choose violence every day, sir. It would make we are
Mm-hmm.
cool, You no. I tell you what I tell my wife on a
Yeah,
regular basis. You
like I was
married me.
upset
It's
why it
death
took
row,
so
baby.
long, but honestly, like when you see it, you like, nah, you understand
No.
why it
There's no
took so long,
separation
and you
either.
appreciate that it took so long
You
because
wait till I meet your
if
little
they
new
rush
boyfriend.
this,
Welcome to death row.
for sure, yeah, you can at least record lines for real.
I because I didn't so I kind of
Como se
knew
dice?
because I knew it was going to be a two-parter
Oh yeah, yeah,
because there was a lot that happened. I was like, "Oh fuck.
yep.
I forgot there's
Mm-hmm.
another one coming out in March." I don't think it's going to be March because a lot of people saying they didn't record lines for the movie yet
Yeah,
for Beyond and
right.
animation
Hopefully,
takes
pay these people what they need.
forever.
Like, pay these people what they deserve. Like, let's just can we say that? Like, these people deserve. Thank you. Y'all make millions off these people's backs.
But
Like,
then
these
you
people are
could
literally
record lines. You can
helping
get it
you
done in a
make
month or
are
two.
literally the only reason y'all make
So,
money. Let's really
but
call it
I
what it is. Like,
think
yes, animation and
since
everything else like
it
is
goes
very
back
important, but
to
without these stories that they
how do
write,
you
you would
say
have nothing. And I need you to understand that. It's just like with teacher strikes. I'm like, pay these people
the
what they
writer strike.
deserve.
That's why they're not
Thank
recording
you.
lines yet.
Like, that little
So
AI stuff is
it's
cute, but like, yeah,
I
that will
would
not that
say
doesn't give you the
expect a
authenticity
delay.
that you get from an
Hopefully
actual story made by
not that
somebody. And
much.
like, yes, it is
I'm hoping not
lazy.
that much.
Thank you. And like that's and I just like people these people deserve to be paid
Can
what they
we
deserve
can we
what they are
yes.
earned because
Y'all make
the
plenty of
stories that
money.
we've gotten from
Just,
people
just
like let's be real like because without the stories that we've already had we wouldn't have any of the movies that we already have now like the whole like people don't understand how much recycling goes into writing and how much like inspiration goes into writing like people aren't paid what they deserve that and it's like I said
and
it's just like
you
with
do
teacher strikes
not want a
teacher
computer
strikes
doing it.
like
You
pay
do
these people
not
what they
want
deserve
that.
because
You do not
they're
want a
doing
computer
a
doing it.
big job that is very thankless and
I
it goes unappreciated it go like very much all the time
that is
and
lazy.
these people need to be paid what they
Step your
deserve so
game
we
up.
can get can continue to get the writing and the education and everything that they that you know everybody can deserve to go forward like oh y'all sorry y'all look here don't get me started on that writer strike because I'm just like oh yeah for sure yeah okay so oh yeah we forgot to even say I can't wait to the beyonds where they because I we see that Gwen brought the original team back together to help right? Got the people. And look, I saw Hobie was a part of that and Pavita. I was like, okay, I'm ready for this. This is gonna be my favorite one now. Cause look here, once I saw Pavita
Yes.
and Hobie, I was like, oh yeah, this is gonna be hard right here. This is gonna be the team right here for real, for real. But my theory, and I've been scared to say it because I don't want it to be true. So oh god, I'm scared to say it. What if
Yeah, no, that's a
because
we could probably
like
talk about
they're
it next
hyping this
episode
whole
because that
you
way I can do a
know
little more research on it.
um
All right, what's your theory?
lieutenant like
Because we
his
got to get
dad
out of here.
dying and like it's going to be like you know and everything but what if it ends up being that his mother dies instead?
Yeah, got the team together.
I rebuke it in the whole name of Jesus. That's it. Look, I thought the same thing. Look, I don't want that to happen, but then I remember the
Yes,
conversation that him and his mom have. I'm like, these are goodbyes. Like I feel like these are just like really like final like like heart wrenching things. And then I remember of the original Ultimate Spider Verse that you know she was by Venom. So I'm like, well, of course it's not gonna be Venom this time, but like I'm very scared that they might make him like have to choose between a parent, like to save one parent, you have to lose another. And I very much pray that they do not do that because I love Rio. Yes, exactly,
oh no,
exactly.
I rebuke, as you say, I rebuke that in the
Yeah,
no.
like yeah, and I'm hoping like because like also because I keep going back to there's a canon event like certain things make these people who they are, and I feel like his parent one like in both iterations of it like his parents die one of his parents die like in like shit he one at one moment he lost his mom, and then when he went to this university, he lost his dad. Like, and then now they're all together and stuff, and they're happy. But like, I feel like they might try to pull us like, oh, this is a canon event. Like this thing's supposed to make you who you are, so you can understand. And like, I
Yeah,
just hope that they don't make Rio
because
that
you
person,
don't
because
see
I
you
love
see
Rio,
what
and
happens
I hate
to
to say this, and
Jeff,
like
but you
I
don't
hope that
see what
both of them
happens
stay
to
alive,
Rio.
but
I agree.
kill Jeff if
It,
they
it,
got to
it,
kill a
it-
parent. I
but
just don't want Rio to die. I
trust
just
he's
don't
ready.
want Rio to look.
Trust him
I'm
going this
just.
far.
I ain't saying I want him to die. I'm just saying if they had to choose a parent, who you want, Rio or Jeff? Okay, all right. That's what I'm just trying to. I'm just trying to say. That's it. That's all I'm trying to say. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And the way like both of them have like both of his parents have like heartwarming conversations with him before, like especially in the beginning when he was talking to him as Spider-Man. I love when he talks to his dad as Spider-Man with the New York accent. With the accent. He should probably get off his ass a little bit. Why would he be scared to talk to me? I don't.
No, no,
Like
no.
I love those. I love that. And like also shout out to Brian T. White
Hmm.
for playing the dad, because who also, yeah, as y'all would know, Miss Faustus on Eternals, and Paperboy from
Oh,
from Atlanta.
they,
Like
yeah.
yeah,
Oh, God damn it.
they do a good job. And you know what? I definitely thought that was like Amari Hardwick or somebody playing his dad at first, and then I was like, oh wait, no, that's my boy right here. But I really hope that Rio isn't dead. Like, but yeah, overall thoughts, like this is a great movie. I can't wait
Yeah,
for
you
for
should
the
get
third
off his
one.
ass. I'm like,
It's gonna
what you say?
be. I'm gonna put it into the universe. I feel like it can be
Like,
just as good as this one. Like, I'm scared to say it'll be better, because like this movie was better than the first one. So like, in my opinion, so like I'm scared to say that and like it not be. So I'm not. I don't want to get my hopes up too high, but my hopes high. Yes.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Of course. Like, right. Right. And I hope they talk about
Hmm.
like Pavita's like universe again, because we definitely left it like blowing up, like almost like being incinerated, and like the spiders trying to save it. And I definitely want to know more about
Hmm.
that, because like I do feel like, yeah, Pavita, I love him, but like I could already tell like, oh, he ain't been through nothing yet. He ain't got no skin in the game,
I
for real, for
I
real. He ain't lost
will
nobody.
say that
Yeah, like 6 months in, like
we
not
may
even a
struggle
year
with the third
in,
one,
like that's
but I
wild. Like,
think you
and
should
my
judge the movie in all its trilogies alone
no, but I ain't gonna hold you. I definitely, yeah,
because
I
they're
saw that.
tying
Oh
up
look,
all
I
the
definitely
loose
googled some
ends.
of them when I left there.
So
But I ain't
judge
gonna
it
hold
as a
you.
whole.
After I saw that, I was like, damn, do I want to read Into the Spider Verse? I don't put that on me. Don't put that on me, Ricky Bobby. I'm not. I don't know if I'm ready. I'm not. Uh,
Hmm.
it honestly, after this, I ain't gonna hold you. It enticed me, to be honest. I was like, this is, because it was really good. And the way like most of it was very accurate. Like I like from the parts that I read and like the
He's
parts that I
brand
know
new.
about, I was like, they kept it kind of very accurate. I mean, they used their own little Into the Spider Verse
Oh,
story,
you
but
have you read the original Spider Verse in the comic
yeah.
book? He's in it. He's in it.
Ooh, I was like, you gonna know more about that than me. I'll be your co-pilot on
You
that.
should. You totally should. Read all of it. Yep. Bobby, Bobby, you need to read the comic book. You need to read it. You need to read it. You need to read it.
Okay. Right. Of course, of course. So you guys can find me at
Oh,
Kankakoa
okay.
on TikTok and
Let's make a
Twitter.
mental
Definitely
note.
follow me on
We
Twitter.
should talk about the
Um,
comics
yeah. You can also
that
find
delve
me
into this
at
movie.
King of
That's
Thrones
what
on TikTok
episode
as well,
32
and
is.
same thing as Twitter. But yeah, recently I just did a
Yeah,
podcast
so
about
so next week,
Charmed last
next
week,
week
so
we'll
that
talk
was
about the
fun. You
comics.
guys should definitely check
I
that out. It's
recommend them
called The
now, but
Words of
I'm
the
not
Witches.
prepared.
It's
So
it was
but
pretty
next
fun.
week
Got to
I'll
talk about weird
recommend
stuff.
what
I
comics
got
to
you.
read going
I
into
got you. I got you.
the next movie too. So yes, so guys, beautiful people of the internet, thank y'all for hanging
Hey,
out with us. Tell me your social so we can get
we
up out of
doing
here.
it right. We gonna get that thing together. We doing that right. Right. Deuces.
Oh, send me a link of that so we can link it in the show notes. Link it in the show notes. Ant Life Rants on Twitter, Ant Life Rants on TikTok, Ant Life Rants on IG, Ant Life Riots on YouTube because that's where we're going for our next live show. Ant Life Rants 82 on live show. So yeah, we're gonna as soon as we get it working correctly, we will do the live show. We will get it done. All right. In the meantime, stay cool, stay safe, pre order your comic books. We up out of here. Peace.